Let's step inside and have a look around, before we point out some key features of your cabin. Here on the right is what looks like a sofa, but is better described as a chaise longue or daybed. Here is the wardrobe and storage space, and on the left, the bathroom door. This cabin has been set up for twin accommodation, but the beds are normally joined together to make this a double room. Later in this video, we'll show you what's available on your TV. We found that this window brought a lot of natural light into the room, and that we didn't miss having a balcony on this cruise. This has been a brief look at your accommodation, but we have more detailed features of the cabin to show you now. Let's start here, where you'll find a wardrobe and some shelved storage. Behind the doors there is a full-length mirror, hanger space, 3 drawers, and a small safe. It's also where you find 2 robes supplied with your cabin. The safe is of the most common type you find on cruise ships, small enough for your valuables and perhaps a tablet device, but not large enough for a laptop computer. We found it quite annoying and difficult to operate the code entry door at this height, and also being recessed far back in this enclosed shelf. But in every other way, it was adequate for our needs. On the right of this picture, you'll find a dressing table, chair, and mirror. And it's on this table that this tray sits, ready for you to make a hot drink in your cabin. This is not a feature that's standard on all celebrity cruise ships. But because APEX is sailing out of Southampton, then this cruise line, like many others, will supply electric kettles and this typical hotel tray, for the benefit of its mainly British guests, who have this feature on British cruise ships. These bottles of water are also something you'll find in your room. But these are not complimentary and will be charged to your account if you use them. We have spoken to Americans and Canadians who have sailed on ships sailing out of the UK, and discovered kettles in their cabins, and have said that they like this feature. So our tip is, that if you find yourself on a ship anywhere in the world, and there is no kettle, then ask your cabin steward for one. Because it's possible that they have them stored on board for British guests, if the ship has been positioned at a UK or even European port. Attached to the dressing table is this white unit. Open the door at the front, and here is the mini fridge. It's always worth remembering that the contents of the fridge are not free of charge. We mostly used it to keep our own drinks cold. Looking at this white unit again, you'll notice this box on the top. Inside are these power sockets, US, European, and 2 USB charging points. This is a tidy way to have all your electrical items tucked away in here, and only your cables visible. On the side of this same box is this button, which will turn on a powerful mirror light over the dressing table. On the subject of sockets, over here next to the bed, is another power outlet, light switch, and 2 USB sockets. The one last section of this unit that we want to show you is this set of 3 drawers, which, along with the shelves here and hanging space here that we showed you earlier, gives you a good amount of storage overall. And when you've emptied your cases into those drawers, shelves, and on hangers, you can slide your empty luggage here under the bed. Let's look at one last feature of the cabin before we go and explore the bathroom. And it's right here. Your TV is interactive, meaning that it can deliver not just streaming channels of programs and films, but also on-demand entertainment and information about the ship and your cruise. The home screen menu lists the options for exploring more through your TV. Probably the most useful function for us, and for you, is being able to view the details of what you've spent on board through the account section. If it's entertainment that you're looking for, then here are the TV channels that we discovered. You can pause the video here to look more closely at this section. And the on-demand section gives you access to a library of movies and box sets for you to access through your TV. Here is your bright, spacious, modern bathroom. And here are some features to point out to get the best out of this space. We liked this elegant trough-type bathroom sink. And in a drawer under that sink, you'll find these useful items. In shelves next to that drawer, there is the socket for that hairdryer and for electric razors. Bath towels, hand towels, and face washcloths are supplied in the bathroom. And at night, this floor light is a great feature of the bathroom. Leave your bathroom door open, and it gives you enough light to guide you here without disturbing others in the cabin. The shower cubicle is of a generous, spacious size. A welcome alternative to many others on cruise ships that can feel small and claustrophobic. These are the toiletries provided for you by Celebrity for your bathroom. We found these to be adequate for our needs. However, the shower gel lacked any obvious fragrance or aroma. Of course, that can be a good thing for some people. But if smelling a certain way is important to you, then perhaps consider bringing your own shower gel. Your shower controls feature ways to turn on and then increase water pressure, as well as the water temperature. The shower head can also be adjusted to increase the strength and pressure of the jet of water. Some other features inside the shower cabinet were these small pegs. We found them perfect for the large towels which had loops to hang them up. And because of the size of the shower cubicle, we could take our towel inside without it becoming wet. And also worth pointing out was this quite large and solidly built grab rail, which for some people might give them an added sense of confidence, particularly if the ship is experiencing movement. And finally, there is a touchscreen pad attached to the wall outside the bathroom. It can adjust the temperature in the room, and also control the lighting, rather than switch on and off individual switches. This video gives you an insight to a Standard Oceanview cabin on APEX. But here are some specifics about the location of our particular accommodation that was here on Deck 3. Deck 3 is the lowest passenger deck on board APEX, and this cabin is located midship. Both these things make it a perfect choice for people who may be concerned about the motion of the ship. Low and central is the best when the ship is pitching or rolling. The accommodation here is separated from the rest of Deck 3 by this passageway and its wall. You can exit here into the Grand Plaza atrium and its bar. It's a short walk to the elevator lobby, or along this deck to the aft of the ship, and two main dining rooms.